Hi everybody, Heidi here, your Yorkshire crafter. How are you all? I hope you're well. Let's see if we can do a video this time without it cutting off halfway through and me talking to myself for the rest of the video. I suppose it was good practice. We've had quite a few new members in group and to my channel. Our group, by the way, is Heidi the Yorkshire Crafter. Come and join us. Please answer the questions, otherwise you won't be allowed in. All we ask is no selling and no promoting anybody, and that's it. So come along and enjoy yourself. But what I was going to say was, we've got a lot of new people coming and a lot of people who've said that they're new to crafting, and asking me if I can show some, I don't know how to word it. I'm going to call it basic card making, but they call it beginner. They want to know if I had any beginner. Oh my goodness me, card making for beginners. So I just call it basic, which doesn't do any of us any harm actually to go back to basics. So we're going back to basics, and we're going to do, because I've got my my Gina K came with the 5x7 frames for the 5x7 cards. 2 of these cards will be 5x7. So I mean, I've done 2 in practice. My goodness me, they're enormous, absolutely enormous. I'm just making sure I've got the card cut for them. One of them needs to be watercolour, only for a tiny little thing. Actually, you'd get away with it on other. No, I think we'll stick with this. We won't use the watercolour. Right, so we'll do the small one first, nice and simple. They're all pretty much the same, but just push a little bit out. So I'm going to do the stamping first actually. So we're stamping 3. We're stamping them and we are clear embossing them. Now I've got some done, but I don't know if we'll get around to doing the others. So I just wanted to make sure we get these 3 done. I mean, I've got some stamping done is what I mean. Using the anti-static. So this is something you put on, because we're going to put embossing powder on. I know this is basic, but that's what I said. But because we're putting embossing powder on, I use anti-static so that it doesn't stick to something it shouldn't be sticking to. So all my cards are going to be cut down. This one is going to be cut to a master layout 1. So that's my inside frame. So what I'm going to do is just put it there while I put my stamp where I want it. And I moved my stamps. Here we go. I was going to say I've moved them. I don't know where others are. Wait a minute. We're using that one. That one. Oh yeah, I've got them all here. Oh, so I didn't put them away at all. So that's going to be the size of my piece of card. So I want that to come roughly into this corner somewhere here. Because we're going to put a little frame around it. The little frame we're going to put around, we're going to do with foil. And this is how I'm marking my frame. Just going around that. I'll show you in a minute. So we'll stamp this. I'm stamping in Nocturne Black. I haven't wiped it properly. I had a very posh bottle sent today for my stamp cleaning solution. That's handmade, the stamp cleaning solution. If you want to have a go at it, there's a video further down. Don't just take my word for it, everybody's loving it. But yeah, I had a bottle sent by Debbie Jones, and I had a full bottle already made up and I tipped it into this bottle. Mine looks lost now. I'm going to have to make a double lot to put in it. But look at my bottle. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I didn't see that side. I only saw that side. Thanks, Debbie. I love it. And it sprays out better than my last bottle and all. I do like the smell of that stamp cleaner. I really do. Ooh, everything's going over. It's a Friday evening. Toby's next door, sat up in bed watching his tab. And then as soon as I finish filming these, well this, get ready for tomorrow's as well. Because I think I know what I'm doing tomorrow. Then we'll go downstairs and we'll go to bed. But we sit in bed for hours. Just either talking or he sits on his tab and I read a book or... It's nice. That's our Fridays. That's what we do. Andy's at work. Well, he will be when he goes. So I'll just put that to the side a minute. I'll eat them up together when I do it. Might as well get this bit done and out of the way. I am working in a right... this is the only space I've got, literally. It's crowded everywhere because I'm halfway through projects. I'm trying to do them as I go along, if you know what I mean. Otherwise, it's putting everything away and then giving it all back out again. Why won't that stay still on there? Right. So, the next one... That's not them because that's the ones I've already stamped up. This is watercolour card. I'm not using watercolour card. I'm using Multifarious from Lavinia. Now again, because it's a 7x5 or it's going to be, that's what it's going to be cut out to. But the inner one, I'm just putting there so I can place my stamp. And this is my stamp. So I'm going to go around there. I mean, I can always move this around a little bit when it comes to cutting it out, but that looks okay. I've got uggins and uggins and uggins of stamps that are good for this basic stamping. Your basic stamping and stenciling. So I've kept it minimal with colours because I know what it's like when you're just starting out. You don't have a lot of stuff. You don't have all the colours of the rainbow in inks, and it's hard and it's expensive. So hopefully this will help you out. There is a lady who does, well, they look simple to the cards, where she'll use a stamp and a couple of stencils, and she's called, now don't shout at me if I get it wrong, I want to say Eileen Godwin, it could be Goodwin. Somebody will correct me down below, so if you've not seen her, she's very, very, very good. And she shows you what you can do with stencils and stamps. Very talented lady. Oof. So I'll put some powder on this. This is the Gina K fine detail that I'm using. And I do this well, I used to get, people used to comment all the time, why do you do it, why do you do it? And to be fair, nobody's asked for a long time. But one, because I never knew what medium I was going to use on it. So it stopped it smudging, even though it's permanent. If you went on it straight away, it will smudge a bit, depending on what you're putting on it. But two, I like the look of it. It's as simple as that. I love it when it makes it shiny. Right, I'll put the last stamp on. We're only stamping 3. And we're going to use Make-A-Wish. You could use either of these. I love that stamp. That other fairy, that Rogue, I've used that an awful lot. I still have fairy stamps though that I ain't even used yet. Right. I need to move the water away from my electrics. Put it this side. So I'm going to go just about there, I think. I mean, I could have cut it down already, but this gives me more leeway if I go a bit wrong of where I'm putting it. So you'll find, if you watch my videos, majority of mine, I pre-cut. I cut them down before I start. For videos, I don't do it when I'm practicing or just messing. I'll work on a bigger sheet then. What's everybody watching on telly at the moment? There's something about that reindeer thing, isn't there? Is it reindeer? Is it reindeer? Yeah, the man starred in it himself who wrote it. I haven't watched it, I don't really know about it apart from he gets stalked. But I'm not normally one that will listen to opinions of things. I'll make my own mind up. But I don't know. I just don't know. I do like a true story, and it's a true story, isn't it? I can't remember what it's called. I've probably even got the word wrong. Probably not even know what to do with a reindeer. And that's stamped nice. Where's my one? See, I moved it and I can't find it now. Right, we're done with stamping. I'll get this out of the way. How many of you started making your Christmas cards already? I've noticed there's quite a few creeping into group. I love it, me. I'm starting as well. I haven't actually... Oh yeah, I have done one. I'm lying. I have. The video will be out soon. Yeah, I forgot about that. I've got videos lined up that I've done a while ago now. Why is that one there? I thought I'd just knocked all powder off it then. Yeah, I've got videos that I've done a while ago. So I need to get them out. But I'm trying to do the things that you're all asking for. So the ones I've just done off my back, off my own back, they're just in limbo at the moment. They're there, they're ready. Using some different brands as well, so that'd be nice. So people think I'm using a hairdryer. I'm not. It is a craft heat tool. Ranger, fantastic make if you want to buy some and you're unsure. You should never have to buy twice from Ranger. And this will be one of the most fascinating things you'll ever see. It still blows me away now how it just does it in front of your eyes. I love it. Absolutely love that. I don't think I'm going to add any sentiments because I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. I'm just updating the birthday list tonight. There's I think there's over 30 now being removed. Just because of acknowledgement and what have you, you know what I mean? I'm sending cards, those people might not even live there anymore, I don't know. But yeah, if I don't get a reply, well no, I don't even want a thank you, I just want an acknowledgement that you've got it, so that I'm not wasting my time. And if you don't want it or you've moved, then somebody else can join the list instead. So that's why I removed them. Come on, this is getting really warm now. Not this, the room. Almost there. There we go. That's your stamping done. So we're going to do the little one first, nice and easy. I mean, they're all easy. They're all the same sort of idea-ish. So I'm going to get some stencils. I'm using some stencils that I'm taking out of packets because I've not used them yet. And I've had them forever. And you know that I'm having a clear up of stuff, so I thought, right, it's time. Right, I'm not going to clean that one because that's going with the same colour it's had on it. And so is that, but I think I cleaned it anyway. Oh, don't ask me names of colours, I get lost. I never liked this one until I did the ghosting video. And I fell in love with it then. Absolutely fell in love with it. So, I haven't put it away since. I haven't used it every day, but I haven't put it away either. And I'll give that one a quick. I'm wiping these because I don't know if I'm using the same colours that I used. There we go. Right. You wouldn't believe it if I told you, would you, that we've got Lexi in the room. Maybe I shouldn't have said that yet. Alright, Lexi dog. You alright, kid? She's looking at me stupid. Don't know where Rosie is. She came up and ran back out. Right, so I'm just going to put a stencil on and we're going to do it diagonally. But I just got to decide on a colour. And I've decided I'm going to go... See what's in the drawer, because they're lined up for something else. What about... Right. Let's go terracotta. I am absolutely in love with these new inks. These are all new to me. Yeah, that's where we're going. So we're going chamomile and terracotta. So I want a yellow brush. I think that one will do it. And we're not doing it ever, but we want to see it, if you know what I mean. You could tape it down if you don't feel comfy holding it and thinking you're going to move it. Keep looking at my phone to make sure it's not going to go off. Don't know what happened the other day. But Andy says, put it out. People will still be happy to see half a video. So that's what I did. Maybe I shouldn't have cleaned that on there right now. I should have waited till after. Yeah, I'll clean them after. And then we're going to take another stencil, a different one, and we're going to go in with the other colour. I just love how these get put away as well. So what did I say this was? Terracotta. Right, I can't remember what colour it looked like. Right, let's have this brush. Nope, that's a bit red. Let's have... We'll have a new brush. You forget how good your brushes are, you know, until you swap to your new ones. And it's like, ooh, yeah, I remember them being like that. Right, again, I don't want it dark, but I want to be able to see it. I'm actually going to put it at a bit of an angle. So I'm going really light-handed. Perfect. See, I moved it. Holding my breath again. Started doing that an awful lot when I'm crafting. Don't realise. I think they're lovely colours together. I am loving these new inks, honestly. And it's like butter when you're blending them. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Put that there so it can be cleaned later. I'll put them away because I'm not using them once again now. And my brush. Right, so it says here I'm putting, I won't use that one because I think that's the one that I've already used and it's got glue on it. You know, if you're one of them people that can take your pen, you know, and just draw them lines like they all do with squiggles and they do 2 rows, do it. Do that. But my confidence is rubbish. I'm even frightened of making a squiggly line. How crazy is that? So I'm just going to put that there. Maybe, I just want it central. And I'm not bothered if it messes up or out because you just add more glue. It's fine. Using the Quickie glue pen. And all we're going to do is draw around this. If you've got an easier way of doing it, if you want to do it with a ruler, perfect. I'm not touching the black. I should have cut it down actually. Never mind. If you think on, cut it down before you do this bit. I mean, it doesn't matter, it's just, I don't want it going through the dye machine really when it's got the foil on. It shouldn't make no difference. Round the corner. Now when you take this piece off, you'll smudge some, you'll miss some. So I just add it in after then. Oops. So I can see it now, you won't be able to see it there. There's not much here, so I'll add a bit there, there's not much here. So I don't know if I'm going to be in the right light to do it, but I just then go over where I think it's missed a bit, like there. It's not coming out. Why is it not working? Or maybe it just doesn't want to go there. It's not working there. So I know I've missed some down here. See, it's working there. It must just doesn't want to work on bottom. Interesting. See, it has now. And I think, oh no, we might as well. You'd been better off just doing what I said and drawing it, wouldn't you? I'm not brave enough. Even though when they do those squiggly lines, they're supposed to be like that. So where I think I might have gone, right, there's a bit too much down there. So I'll just put 2 lines through it, like it's meant to be there. I'll stick a circle there and another one. Couple of squiggles there. That's it. Make it up as you're going round. We'll give it a quick blast. I don't know what colour foil we're putting on. The next one's got foil on, but I'm doing it a different way. Same way, but going around something else. But the last one doesn't have any foil on. No, it doesn't. I'm just looking at it to see if it does. But they are they're very basic cards, but they're beautiful cards and all. Let me just pick some foil. Try to think, what colours have we gone? We don't want purple. We don't want, although that'd look really nice. Interesting. I might do that one. I've got that many out. I can't find the ones I'm looking for. I'm going to do it in gold, I think. See if this one will do it. There's a load. There is a load left, but there's a load missing and all. So I'll show you the foils I'm using in a second. There's a bit of space there. I mean, there's loads of space left in it. It'll be good for ages, this, but see, I obviously didn't get enough ink there. Right, there's 2 little places that need ink, so I'm going to put a little bit there. There, and can't see it. It's a really awkward light when you try to lean over. There and there. You have to eat it up to make it tacky. That should be enough. Perfect. There we go. Right, I'm just gonna with the inner, I'm literally just going to put it through the machine and cut that to there. That looks good to me. I always put a topper on it so that it doesn't transfer any ink. Right, 1 second. So it's cut that off, left me with that. It didn't transfer, oh, it did transfer a bit of ink. So that's rubbish. I already always have panels for behind done. I've got all different colours, but I don't waste any. I cut them out and use them on other things. So we are gonna tape this down. I use glue when I'm not filming. I've started to use glue an awful lot more because the tape's so expensive. I use Gina K Connect glue. It's good stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've got all others. I've got a load of Bailey Arts that I've never opened yet. Loads of it. I've even got some in shape of a bear bottle. Right. I've got a top fold card base. 5.5 by 4.25. And we'll put a bit of bling on it. That looks alright. That was a good choice, wasn't it? I'll get a big one, which we'll put down here. Then we'll have a medium one. And then we'll have a small one. Done. So that's your first card. Like I say, I've not put the sentiment on yet, but something will go up on it. But how cool is that and easy? And there it is in green with the green foil. But doing them little lines, I put dots there, circles there. It just changes it up. It doesn't show any mistakes. It's like everything's meant to be. That suits me to the ground. So we're going to move on to... This one's done in a similar way. Very, very similar. I'll get the stencils we're using. I'm going to have to look at my... What do you call it? Because I can't remember what we used. Oh, yeah. So I'm using the flower. These are Lavinia stamps again. I've used this one a lot. And I don't know what this one is. I think this is Flora. I never put stencils back away. I don't know why. I just put them. They're all in a big tub. And my little 6x6, they're now getting put into where they're supposed to be in places. So for this one, I'm using... Am I using grape or amethyst? What am I using? I'm going to use pink crystal. Yeah. And Berrylicious. That's what I'm going to use. So I'll just print it in middle. Again, light hand. It's so easy to do and quick. If you want to batch make some cards, this is what you want to do. I mean, that's just nice on its own, isn't it? That's lovely. And now I'm going to go into Berrylicious, which I think is this brush. Just put these away. And we use the flora and I'm putting it at an angle. Just the same as the other one, but on a bigger scale. Again, light-handed. This is going to be cut down, don't forget. And if you do two different colours, they stand out more. You get more of a contrast, don't you? So let's have a look. That's not very massive, is it? Let's swap that colour out. Wait a minute. Right, we're going grape. Oh, it's gonna be really dark, isn't it? And I don't have a brush that colour, so let's make a brush that colour. Right, now I've got to hope I can get the stencil back in the right place. So because we've already got some colour down, we're not going to want a lot at all. Let's have a look. I did have a brush this colour. I was using it. I remember using it. Right, let's try this. Really extremely light now because I don't know what's going to be underneath. That's better. Wow, that's a lot of colour off a quick dip. Wowee. That's amazing. I'm just chucking all my stencils to the side. Right, I don't know where the brushes that I use for that. Right, so in the Master Layout 5, it also comes with a load of other stuff. So I took that. This was easier actually, easier than the card. And we're going to do the same thing. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it first. So I want... That looks good to me. Right, I'll just put this through. See the pattern that's gone over the embossed? This is why I put a piece of paper on, because it's picked up all that ink. If I didn't put the paper on, it would stick to my plate, and then the next thing I go to cut, it'll transfer it. So that's why I do it. I've learned so many times by not doing that. Well, obviously I didn't learn, but you get the idea. Right, that's better. Now it's cut to shape. So, get this so we've got the same. Now she's snoring. That looks good to me. It did. And we're just going to do the same again. And actually, when I did this on my practice with the metal one, I hardly had any bits that needed redoing. There was odd one. Do you know, I'm suffering badly from heartburn. Andy says it's stress. Same as that on my... I can't point to it, but that there, it's itching like mad. If you remember, I had Sudocreme on it yesterday. That he thinks that's stress and all. Who'd have thought crafting was stressful, eh? Right, fair. It's not in the most part, is it? Well, it is. When you speak to your bank, it is. I wouldn't dare go to the bank. I mean, you all know now because Andy told you I've got the bank card. He doesn't even look at statements or anything. If he gets fed and watered, not bothered. And a holiday, then he's not bothered. He's okay. Which is just as well. Right. See, there's odd little bit, but I'm going to heat it up first and then I'll go back to it. There is one bit there where it's not caught at all. Gosh, it's getting warm in here. I've turned all heating off and all. I know why it's getting warm. I stand in bare feet normally on me. You know, I've got my cushion mat. Well, I've got my slippers on right now, so that makes me warm. So they are basic, aren't they? But aren't they pretty? The next one's got a right contrasting colours. This one, actually, I didn't realise what colours I'd used last time. I'm looking at the one I did earlier. It looks like the same colour. So I must have gone back to the berry. The plum one, whatever it were. Right, I'm going to use... Wow. Why have I covered it up? Wow foil pink. Oh, it's going to be a lot of fuss in here. It's a lot of bits. I just love what foil does to stuff. See, I've gone miles away again. My head's just all over the place. I'm also tired because I haven't been sleeping the best. And I have Toby in with me tonight. By gum, he doesn't half move during the night. There we go. I'm alright with that. Even these, I mean, it's there is the glue, but the foil, but sometimes not as strong as like that. I'm alright with that. It looks nice. But still save it. There's loads more left on that yet. I'm just going to have a drink of pop. I'm thirsty as hell. Right. I cut the card but didn't make my base. So these are, I'll cut them, I'll do them both now. Why's that got a mucky mark on it? It's, what is it? 10 by 7. So I'm folding it at 5. So we're getting a 5x7 card base. And that's Nina Classic Crest, white. There we go. If you're new, say, and you want to know about the card bases, ask in group or just go into the videos where it tells you what videos I've done on YouTube. If you go next to it, above, it says live. So if you look on there, the last live I did, I showed you how to do card bases. So that's something else if you're wanting to learn basic. Right, we're using dark pink zig. Just scribbling a little bit down. A little bit of water. A little piece of kitchen towel. And a little brush. Wet your brush and take the water off. And then pick up your colour. And just colouring. Weren't that just a perfect match? Did that wrong, didn't I? Me telling you and I'm not doing it right. If you dab your brush off, it just stops too much water going on. If you want to use a load of water, don't dab it off, but you don't want to use a lot of water on this. You don't want it going over. Right, so even though we've put the colour in there, I'm now going to get another brush. And I'm just going to quickly wet them all. I want them all to stay wet a minute. And I'm going to lift that off. Just so that the colour's still there, but it makes it a heck of a lot lighter and it just looks more... Oh look, you can't see that, but I can see pattern of the... Oh wow, I can see pattern of the kitchen towel. That's brilliant. Although I don't want to see it. There, that's better. Wow, that really stands out now. I love that effect, I really do. When you lift it back off. There you go. Now it's not in your face and just solid. Right, we're going to put it onto... Now I pre-cut this. I've been cutting the middles out of them when I've been making them, but just for this I'm going to put it on. And that's Eggplant by Gina K. It's the darkest of purples. I love it, mate. Oh no, why does it keep doing that? Me and these tape runners aren't getting on at the moment. Because I'll have to glue that because you can't tape over that now. Well, I know this isn't blocked because I've been using it. Come on. I know it's nearly empty, so unless it's run out. Please, please, please. Must be stuck because that's pushed it out at thing. That has a great big pin in it, all the way up to there. Which clears you. It's a brilliant idea, it's genius, is that. Oh, do you know what, I might as well just... Yeah, my glue's definitely running out. I'm having to squeeze it till it's nearly shut. I haven't had to refill that since the day I bought it. The other one's quicker as well, so I mean, I know we're going up to the hour now, but the next one's quicker, and I think it's probably the most effective, and it's the same thing. See if it'll work. See, I wouldn't buy the tape runners if you're just crafting for yourself. It's a big expense, really big. These cards are huge compared to what I do. And do you know what else I find really awkward? I like a top fold card, and you can't. So, but they are pretty. I get some gems. Where's my doodah? Here it is. So I'm going to come down here and up here, and I'm going to put a star because I don't have any little ones left. So this is the one I did, so I will put something like that there, and all that the layer there is cut from the middle of this. Gosh, that feels heavy up to that. Why? More ink. So there you go. Doesn't it look lovely when you lift it? All I can see on there now is the kitchen towel. So we'll do the last one, which is this one. We are going to use the leaf and well, I've got the stencil out. Don't know where it is. Let's just do this one first. I've got the other stencil out. I don't know what I've done with it. Because I've edited here as well. Right, we'll just pick one of these here. So we'll use the leaf. I'll probably go with that one then. Oh, too late, I found it. I've just put them other cards straight on top of it. Right, so we're going to use Sunray. Now she's getting loud. Same as what you've been doing before. I went a bit darker with this one just for more of an impact, because I know that it is really a contrasting colour going on top. I actually expected it to turn it a really bright green. So I didn't get what I was going for, but I like the look of what I got. So that's alright, isn't it? Yep, that's done. How quick was that? The card's almost done. Ocean Waves. And we're using Ivy. I'm just laying this one on top because I'm not bothered where this one went. I'm going to cut it out. I know I've done part of it, but I'm going to cut it out. Where's me? Yeah, that's alright with a bit of that hanging off. Yeah, let me just cut this and then we'll crack on. So that tape don't normally stick to it. It stuck then, didn't it? Right, now we'll do it. So I'll start down here. Again, it's one of them, it's really delicate, so this is a stencil that's going to keep moving. With all Rosie's dog hair included in it. Don't know if you can see it, but I certainly can. Yeah, see what I mean? I expected a really bright green to come through this with the yellow. But it didn't work, so a bit, oh. But like I say, I liked it, so bonus. I love that. I just want to put a little bit here. That's pretty cool, that. I'm going to have to sort this bench out. I need to work on what I'm working on and stop coming off to do other stuff. So I'm going to turn it over. I've got a ton of textured card and I don't like textured card. But I got some out the other day to cut some strips. And I thought, you know what? Instead of using my good card for backings, I'll use that. I mean, I've got loads and loads, hundreds of sheets of it. I won't mind, I paid a lot of money for it. When I first started crafting on Create and Craft, I spent all my money on Create and Craft. Create and Craft and Bumbleberries, between them both. And it was all Jennifer Maguire's fault, every bit of it. Now, if, ow, oh, flipping heck. That was sharp. I was going to say, if you don't know who Jennifer Maguire is, somebody you need to Google. Where did I put the other? Here it is. I will say one thing about the textured card. It's got some belting colours in it. Don't know why, but I'm just currently into new colours of stuff. So, my dears. Do a lot of you seriously do 75 cards? They're massive. They're absolutely massive. Ah, that's nice. And for this one, Lexi's running. She's dreaming. Her legs going like that. Oh man, she can't move when you take her on park. She's having a great run. Oh, you've got to love them, haven't you? Right, because I've only got, I'll have to use a star because I don't have a medium one of this. So we'll go up here with a star. And then the last small one. So there you have it. There's them two cards. It does go a bit green, doesn't it? But not a lot. Then you have them two cards. What a difference. And then these two cards, but there's a difference because I use different colours. But the cards I'm going to do, I'll show them, yeah. I was going to do this one because the other day when it cut off in the houses, I was going to colour the house in for you to see, but that's all Zig pens. And I was going to do the same with this one, which is a Sweet Poppy stencil from there. Sweet Poppy stencil? Sweet Poppy stamps, I can see it now. And that's a Sweet Poppy stamp. So I am going to do the same thing with them. And they're already embossed and ready for me to do. But for tonight, that's it. I'm done. I'm off to bed. Happy crafting, guys. Have a great bank holiday weekend. Love you. Bye.